over 4 million people visit Charleston, South Carolina every year. But it's sad to say that there is no one here to capture their artistic beauty in these historical sites. Well, cheer up, because here comes True Soul Art, your local, mobile, expedient, hand-drawn portrait service. I am Aquila Brown, and this is my company, True Soul Art. The mission statement of True Soul Art is to provide expedient, hand-drawn portrait services created for individual preferences and memories. My opportunity is to start a new service in Charleston, South Carolina. The market has changed. People used to want things that stimulated their mind. Now people want things that are convenient and appeals to their innovations. And my product and service has the potential to supply to their needs. I am a manufacturing service company creating hand-drawn portraits for direct sales to customers. I am a sole proprietor because it is the most convenient legal structure. I am qualified because I know the importance of business operations, such as customer service, documentation, manufacturing, and marketing. I also love art, and it is my heart desire to apply it to different lives. I have the ability and experience to be an entrepreneur and an artist. I am a part of the arts, entertainment, recreation, which has an industry size of $340.7 billion. Based on that, I believe that my population is Charleston and the tourists of Charleston. My potential market is focused. I focus on about 0.238% of my potential market. This is described in your brochure, how I got to this number. So what is that 0.238%? Well, those are people with the psychographics of a model, or an artistic person, or an emotional person, or someone, a loving family, or a precious baby. These people are between the ages of 18 and 72. They have at least a household income of $35,000. They are retired or on sabbatical leave. And they have a household of at least 2 people. They're located in Charleston, South Carolina, 29403, in tourist areas. Their buying patterns are very seasonal depending on their psychographics. I only have one competitor, Mo's Art. We are alike, sort of. We are both sole proprietors. We take 15 to 20 minutes to draw a portrait. We have high quality, located in Charleston, South Carolina, and we take orders. Well, how am I different? I'm different because I set a price. I control my market. My market does not control me. I brand through colors: white, black, turquoise, and gray. I also set a reputation through customer service. Well, where do I find these people at? In these historical sites. They're walking around with their families, or couples, or just tourists. I'm going to offer them a product and an experience they're never going to forget, for only a price of $29.99. How am I going to promote this? Well, I'm going to promote this most of all by word of mouth, personal selling, and also through my website and other things, which is going to be a total of $88.52 per month. Well, my cost of goods sold per unit is $4.07. That consists of paper, pencil, and a mailing tube, plus my time. My selling price per unit minus my total variable expenses gives me a contribution margin of $20.32. My average monthly fixed expenses consist of warranty for an iPad, advertising, phone bill, rent, internet, and fixed expenses for mobility, which is $181.75 per month. I am obligated to do certain things per week, and it's mandatory for me. So after all of this, I have at least 65 hours to dedicate to my business. With those 65 hours, I plan to make at least 768 sales for the first year. How I got that number is in your brochure. In an average month, my company will begin to make a profit after selling 9 units. My total sales projected for the first year is $23,032.32. And that minus my expenses and after taxes, I will make a net profit of $11,411.05. Well, what I need to start up? I need an easel. I need an iPad and accessories for it, for its protection. And I also need a cooler. I need an emergency fund, and I need reserved money for fixed expenses in case I get sick. It's for up to at least 3 months. And that's going to be about $1,110.18. For each dollar, I will receive 50 cents back for each dollar I make. For each dollar I invest, I will receive $10.28 back. I get this money to start up my business. $750 comes out of my personal savings, which I got from my business, and $360.18 comes from my family. Well, my responsibility as a company is to use all recyclable materials to support the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency. Most important is, how do I plan to give back to these people I market to? Well, I plan to give back most importantly by giving my time. Second, by donating money to charities and nonprofit organizations, and also by supporting community events. And my business goals is, I want to offer sales promotions. The only way I can do that is if I can increase the demand in my market. I also want to offer different art mediums for color sketches and paintings. I also want to get my itinerary business license. I want to become the dominant hand-drawn portrait service in South Carolina. I also want to become a limited liability company. My personal goals is that I want to help children who have been sexually abused. I also want to grow spiritually so that I can become a product of humility. I need to be humble when I am working in this business, in this company. I have to treat my customers good. I also want to graduate from high school with a 2-year associate's degree. And I want to attend college at Yale, Harvard, or Princeton University and receive my PhD by the time I am 23 years old. Thank you for your consideration. And remember, our motto at True Soul Art is stay true to your soul, because life is art and art is life.
Back at your promotional strategy, you had some very specific costs there. For word of mouth, it was $9.67 for your personal selling and some other things. Can you kind of explain where that dollar figure came from?
The $9.67 is my total variable cost. It costs me to make my portrait of my products and the other things that I will be offering to the customers with my products. And I plan to at least do 1 personal selling per month. So that's how I got that. The $57 you saw under the time for internet and social media, I pay myself $11.53 per month. I plan on at least spending 5 hours of my time to social media, so that's how I got that price. Yes, ma'am.
I have a question. When you were sort of looking at the marketing strategy, you mentioned all the different areas of Charleston. I mean, given the fact that gas costs continue to go up, how do you plan on accommodating that with that in your budget, and how do you plan on hitting all those historical places at the same time?
Well,
within the same day?
I don't plan on hitting all those places at the same time. I'm not really in the same date. I plan on hitting about 2 places. I live in the downtown area. I reserve $20 per month for my monthly fixed expenses, because sometimes I can get lazy and I may not want to walk. I live right down the street from the market, and I may not feel like walking. And the cab costs $5, so I'm going to spend $5 on a cab just to get there and I might just walk back home. So that's how I got that number, laziness. So I'm going to walk. So the gas is not going to be a problem because I'm right there in the area.
How long does it take you to craft a portrait?
15 minutes.
And the subject is usually sitting right in front of you and you're doing it live, or you're doing it off of a picture?
Well, right now I do mine off of pictures, and I'm becoming mobile, so I'm working on proportions and drawing faces and trying to minimize that 15 minutes just down a little bit. So right now it's kind of both to your question, but I will be doing it live very soon.
Your startup expenses included an iPad and several things for the iPad. What
Right.
exactly is that used for in your business?
My iPad is used to swipe credit cards. Tourists sometimes don't carry around cash, so I need that. And also, I plan on doing a YouTube page, so I can ask the customer, can I video? I have one of my friends video me drawing you, and or can I take a before and after picture of your portrait, a picture of you and then a picture of your portrait, and make a video and put it on YouTube for thousands of people to view.
Aquila, the product is directly derived from you, your time. You're the only one that can do it. Do you have any plans to eventually hire employees and train them to be as artistic as you, so you could have other people with your talents out and about in Charleston selling this service?
Yes, sir. I actually have a friend who's very, very good at drawing portraits just like me. But he's going to college, coming in August. And he's very busy right now. But during that time, we're doing a lot of talking right now to see how I can hire employees and how we can maybe become a partnership with that limited liability.